is over here. Not at all, not at all. How's the baby doing?
He's good. He just got his first haircut. I must show you.
How was he for it? How was he for
Great.
it? Really? That's good. Sometimes they get scared.
He has been sick, but see, they put him in a little car.
Oh, right, I saw those in the
Here's the haircut.
Oh, he's a boy. He really is adorable. He really is. What a kid. What a cute kid. Yep. Okay. Two and three, hold on. 2 and 3. Wow. We got a lot.
So far, it's 11 and 12.
Yeah.
23. She said 4.
It's,
And hearing number 2.
and hearing number 3, which we don't have, which is
2.
2 and 3, which we don't have 3. Yeah, hold over 2 and 3. We're ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When a hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited all or most of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties wishing to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes. We have 4 postponements and 1 withdrawal. The postponements are hearing number 11, Appeal 25-73, John Spinato,
Hearing 23, appeal number 25-80, Michael Pudak. Hearing holdover 2, appeal 09-389, Umpendra Gupta. And holdover 3, appeal number 24-382, Kamini Ben Shah.
Has
And the
anyone,
withdrawal is, I'm sorry, the withdrawal is hearing 12, appeal 25-74, John Spinato again.
anybody in the audience here for any of those hearings? Let the record reflect no one is here, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing 1, appeal 25-92, Jessica Fragoletti, at 49 Francis Lane, Massapequa Park.
Hi, would you raise your right hand, sir? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please?
James Zapka from Todd O'Connell Architects, 1200 Veterans Highway, Hopog, New York, 11788. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, board members.
Good evening.
We are here tonight proposing the construction of a second-floor addition and front covered porch to 49 Francis Lane. The variances we are requesting are a side yard minimum variance, side yard aggregate variance, and a lot coverage variance. The variances we are requesting are due to the fact that this lot was an undersized lot. It's roughly about 6,300 square feet, where 7,000 is required for the zoning. And the way the existing Cape structure home was constructed was the lot has a wedge to it, so the side yard setbacks currently hold 8.9 on the south and 7.7 feet on the north, giving us an aggregate of 16.6. So therefore, we're requesting a side yard minimum for 7.7, where 8 is required, and 16.6, where 20 is required. The other variance we're requesting is a lot coverage variance, where 25% is the maximum required. We are requesting 26.6 for the construction of a front porch. We have a signed affidavit from the 4 abutting neighbors that I'd like to enter into the record, that they have reviewed the plans and have no objections. Other than that, this is a pretty straightforward project, giving a lot more space for the Fragolettis and their growing family, and we would like to add a lot of character to the neighborhood.
Did you say the lot coverage was 26.6?
Yes.
Because we have 26.43.
Let me see. On the drawings, it was labeled 26.66. 26.43. It looks like the objection, the denial that was written up is shorted by 0.23.
Might be, sometimes the building department doesn't count something that the architects do.
So what do we want to go with?
You could grant the 26.6 just to be safe, if it doesn't, if you're okay with that.
Okay,
We could, I'll note it, just in case.
just so that all the records are the same.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Very good.
Any board members have any other questions or concerns?
Sure.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Hearing number 2, appeal 24-530, Alfred Vincenzo at 22 Riverdale Avenue, Massapequa.
Hi. Would you raise your right hand, sir? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please?
Van, V-A-N, their first name, last name Camberis, C-A-M-B-E-R-I-S, 16 Riverdale Avenue, Massapequa, 11758.
Thank you.
Would you be so kind as to hand out these presentations?
Sure. Michael,
I'm here on behalf of Alfred Vincenzos, and we have a small residential building lot that hasn't been built on in quite a number of years. The presentation addresses the 5 factors that the board considers in order to legally grant relief and the variances that we're requesting. We presented, I'm sorry, I wanted to address the plans examiner and the secretary. Good evening as well. We're going to present and clear, definite, factual evidence to support your standards. Let's go right to slide or page 9A, where we can go over the variances that are requested. I'm going to run through this pretty quickly because it's all self-explanatory, and you have the hard copies to use in your deliberations. Okay, the first variance is a permitted building coverage of 20%. We are proposing 23.3. The second is the permitted gross floor area, which is 1,973 square feet, and we're proposing 2,002. The third is the front yard setback, which is permitted of 54.02 feet, and we're proposing 25. The fourth is the average side yard, and that's 10 feet, and we're proposing 5, which on a later slide will show is very common for the area. Also, the aggregate side yards permitted are 25 feet, and we're aggregate side yard of 23.5. The average rear yard is 25, and we're asking for 19 feet. We're encroaching on the eaves and the gutters, and we also have a side yard setback for the garage of 10 feet, and we're only 3 feet. Okay, so why don't we go to page 1, so slide 1. You can see there that this lot was actually a part of the map of Breezy Point, which was filed in 1913, and it was always a single and separate residential building lot. Madam Chair, would you just cue me as to if I can move to the next slide? I just want to get through it.
You can.
Slide 1A, that was actually not only one of the lots in this map, but it was also a premium lot, a premier lot, because it had a view of two of the Yacht Canal and also Carmen's Bay. And according to a later slide, it was actually built on in 1918, which is very close to when the map was filed. So it was probably a prominent, valuable lot at that time. Slide number 3 shows that it was always considered a residential property for tax purposes, not vacant land or commercial. Slide number 4, I did a little archaeological work there, and I dug into the assessor's worksheet in 1947-48 to determine what the measurements and what the status of the house was and so forth. Slide number 5 is the worksheet, and I use that in order to build a facsimile or a virtual house from the dimensions and the features therein. I think that's pretty close to the actual house. We don't have any pictures of it, but I think that's pretty good example of it.
I bet somebody does somewhere.
Yeah. Slide number 7 shows the building permit, which in 1948 was actually a demolition permit. I mean, in 1973 was a demolition permit. That's when the house was torn down. The demolition application is on the left, and the certificate of occupancy in 1948. I think that was a result of the fact that the house was sold, and the tax assessor had to evaluate it. Slide number 8 is the footprints, the original home and the proposed home. You can see the original home was much larger than what we're proposing. Slide number 9 is interesting because we're not the smallest lot. The lot right next door, abutting us, is actually smaller, and that has a house on it. All right, let's move on to slide 9B, shows the area, homes surrounding it, and the features, the number of bedrooms and so forth for your consideration. Slide 10, 5-foot minimum side yards are very common. So even though it's a 10-foot, it's very common, and that's what we have on our side yard, 5 feet. Slide 11 is the rendered version of the house inserted onto the block so you can see it fits in architecturally. Oh, how did that slide get in there? The next slide is a little comic relief there. It's Far Side. I don't know if you like those cartoons or not. But. Slide 13 is 200-foot radius. Slide 14 shows that the utilities are in the road, everything's ready to go. In fact, they are in the process of lifting the road 2 feet in order to mitigate the flooding, and everything has been stubbed in, so we're ready to go with the utilities. Slide number 15 shows the current homes in the area. And then slide 16 and 17 may be extraneous, but this is the home that we want to build. And we feel like it's kind of unique. Actually, we're at the end of a block, surrounded by water, with water on 2 sides, and it's a very small lot. So that's a perfect place to put a lighthouse. And that's what we want to do. We want to build a home that looks something like a lighthouse. And then the last slide is 12, is to show how we designed it. And we're excited, if the board should grant us this variance, that we'd like to build this house and add to the area.
Tell us about the roof line.
Say again?
The how, the height and the pitch of the roof. Roof on top of the roof. How high is the top?
Yeah, the roof, actually, we found a little-known code that allows us to build, and it's on the set of plans, allows us to build 10 feet higher than 10% of the roof area if it's a belfry, a cupola, a parapet wall, a chimney, or an antenna. And all those plans that you see there were approved by the building department after talking to the plans examiners, the zoning, get a definition of a cupola and everything else. They said, we hadn't seen it before, but it is legal, and we can approve it. So we're excited because it will look some like a lighthouse. It's only a 25 by 35-foot house, so it's nothing big, but it's going to be attractive.
I like it.
Yeah, it is, it's not a cookie
Yeah.
cutter. Right.
How many bedrooms are you proposing?
Well, it's really a 3-bedroom house, but we're trying to squeeze a lot of bedrooms in, so we're trying to make it like 4 or 5, but they're all just basically,
Is it 5 bedroom?
Yeah, that's what we have on the plans, 5-bedroom.
And
And it's a 2,000 square foot house, 2023.
what's the parking like in the street in front of the house?
Well, the parking, it's on a cul-de-sac, and we've got a 20-foot driveway, 20 feet deep, and there's not any traffic down there, so the people that park there just,
Can you park? Can you park at the end? Is there enough space from the driveway curtain to the end to get another car? Or no? Can you park in front of this lot?
yeah, well, you can park on the street. Well, the lot has a 20 by 20 parking pad.
On the lot, we're talking about street parking.
Street parking.
Oh, street parking, yeah, there's street parking. You can park on the street. It's a cul-de-sac, it's a bulb.
Okay.
But, the thing is, it's a dead end, and it's an old neighborhood. Everyone's been there forever, so.
Is there any plan for bulkhead back there?
Say again?
Is there any plan for a bulkhead?
Yes, we have a bulkhead plan into the DEC. We have Army Corps of Engineer approval. We're waiting for a decision. The prior owner did some vegetation. We've got to revegetate and so forth. But we're excited about that as well.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
And like you said, that the roof is to the building department?
I'm sorry, you know what? I didn't charge my hearing
He's
aids.
speaking to him.
It must be the zoning code, because it's not even mentioned on the rejection, so it must be something in the zoning code that they allow it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, let me show you on the plan. If you look at page 1 here. Yes,
So you
the
have the height of the roof.
the note references the code where it's permitted. My company is Granville House Victorians. We're innovators. We like to look at things, and even the town said it's nice to have something new instead of the same old thing.
So you
Yeah, I
found
think
that in
it's- I
chapter
think it's charming.
246?
Say again?
You found that little law,
Yeah.
whatever, in chapter 246?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
And-
never heard of it either, so it's
Yeah,
interesting.
in fact, we have, our architect just left. He was, we talked about it, and we got permission, the town approved it, and like I said, it will be a distinguishing house, and it's what really
What's the
belongs at
total
the end of a
height,
block
Michael?
like that.
It's only showing like almost 30 feet to the flat part of the roof, and then there's no measurement to the top of the cupola.
Okay,
And so, right,
So it must have been
the cupolas
approved.
are granted, so it's 30 foot normal.
okay.
10 extra feet according to that code.
Is the cupola open into the house? Does the-
Yeah, it's just a cupola, it's just a vent. In other words, the windows, it's like any cupola, it's a ventilation system. But it's just gonna be a big, open area that you look out, light comes in to the second floor.
It's just above the hallway.
Right, it's above.
Yeah,
There's not-
like,
you can't enter
like a
it.
belfry, yeah, yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody in the audience wishing to be heard on this application? I'm shocked and dismayed. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you. Hearing 3, which will be held along with hearing 4. Hearing 3 is appeal number 25-183. Hearing 4 is appeal number 24-543. And they are Maureen Byrne at 314 Banbury Road, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Maureen Byrne of 314 Banbury Road, Massapequa, New York. We are requesting a variance for a proposed second kitchen for a parent-child use, which is located in an R17 zone and permitted with the Zoning Board of Appeals approval. Maureen Byrne will be living on the lower level, this is split. Timothy Byrne, her son, will be living on the upper level of the split. All the adult occupants have signed the Declaration of Restricted Covenants, which requires 1 entry, 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, 1 boiler, and electric meter. We are also requesting a reduction of the required off-street parking spaces, proposing 2 off-street parking spaces where 3 spaces are required. We are also requesting a variance to maintain an existing roofed-over wood deck, which does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet or required rear yard setback of 25 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 6.3 feet and a rear yard setback of 21.6 feet. The existing shed does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 0.7 feet. And the existing roof over wood deck and shed exceed the maximum building coverage of 25%, maintaining a building coverage of 29.7%. There was a previous zoning board decision for this property, decision number 98-574, dated October 1st, 1998, for the original wood deck, which we are requesting to be amended with our application this evening. Also note there is no intention of enclosing the roof over deck in any way, and we would have no objection with the board conditioning the application as such if approved. Photos of the property along with 6 consent letters, which include all the abutting property, include the abutting property owners east and west of the subject premises, has been submitted to the board. The property is well maintained, and the proposed alterations and existing structures are consistent with the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is hearing 5, appeal 25-93, Karen Gibson at 61 Cherry Street, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address?
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening, Madam Chairperson and ladies and gentlemen of the board. Representing Ms. Gibson of 61 Cherry Street in Massapequa. I've had some photos for the board. Ms. Gibson seeking a variance to maintain a screen porch having less side yard setback and exceeding the building coverage, and to maintain a shed having less than the required rear yard setback. The porch is maintaining a 4.9-foot side yard setback where 8 feet is required. The existing house has a non-conforming side yard setback of 3.1 feet. The enclosed porch actually has a greater setback than the house. This porch has been here over 51 years prior to the homeowners when they bought the house. They bought the house with it there. In regard to the shed, it's under 100 square feet, no permits required. It's maintaining a 1.9-foot rear yard setback where 3 feet is required. There is a fence in between the properties. This is a very common occurrence with the sheds. The shed's not out of character with this neighborhood. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property. And as the photos show, the property is in excellent condition.
Okay. You can see that screen room has been there for a while. Anybody have any questions?
I don't.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is hearing 6, Appeal 25-131, Robert Urio at 704 Forest Avenue, Massapequa.
Hello.
Peter
Peter Toth?
Truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address.
Peter Toth, 370 Harrison Avenue, Massapequa, New York, 11758. I'm appearing on behalf of Robert Urio of 704 Forest Avenue. We're requesting a variance to amend a specific plan from a prior appeal, number 14-408. This variance was for a proposed side addition that was too close to the property line. A portion of the landing and steps at the sliding glass doors attached to this addition was changed over time and needed to be maintained with our application for the proposed work. The deck was built larger than previously approved, but still had the same approved side yard setback. We are proposing a second-story addition which is fully zoning compliant, which brought this deck to the town's attention. The property is well-maintained, and these alterations are consistent with the character of the neighborhood. That completes this application.
So it's just that the deck was built a little larger than original,
Yeah, and this is what triggered it. And we're not even touching that, one-story addition.
but it
It's just
still
going
meets the
over.
code?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As of right.
yep. Okay, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
Next is hearing number 7, Appeal 25-85, Edward Monaco at 191 North Detroit Avenue, North Massapequa.
It is? You got the wrong one. Good evening.
Hello.
1 second, would you just raise your right hand, sir? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Michael Biggin, 1 Stewart Avenue, Bethpage, New York.
Thank you.
11714.
Thank you.
I'm here as an agent for Mr. Monaco of 191 Detroit Avenue, Massapequa. We're looking to install a 6-foot-high fence on a corner lot.
Okay.
That's it.
And did the zoning department make any suggestions about angling that fence at the corner?
I did that myself.
You did?
I did.
Nice job.
The driveway's 23 feet away about, but I figured if there was ever an expansion of the driveway, just to be safe.
Good. I like it, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Holly would like to go to the restroom. Could we
Oh,
have one,
okay, sure.
please? Thank you.
Busy, huh? At least it wasn't blazing hot out. God, I didn't go out yesterday. I had enough. My pool went out. I know, this is the first one. That's gross.
I worked the whole day, and then I realized I should failed to look at one of the ones of the fence in Hicksville, so I drove all the way down there and all the way back, and it was adjourned. I'm so irritated. It's okay.
Happens to me all the time.
What are you gonna do?
That's far, that's a ride.
And then I came home and I had a client yell at me before I came here, and that's why I was late. Thank you. I think she's awesome.
She had a good trip?
We will.
It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, this is August?
This is in December. We're going to Africa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Lois, you're gonna love
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking for, yeah.
The airline is just changing. They're delaying and changing and delaying, and, people get very upset.
That's not your fault.
It's not? Would you say that again to the microphone for me?
It's not your fault.
It's not. Okay, she's back.
Okay. Next is hearing number 8, Appeal 25-89, Michelle Randazzo at 138 North Queens Avenue, North Massapequa.
Hi, would you raise your right hand, please? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Howard Curtis, architect, 241 Lansdowne Avenue, Carl Place, New York.
Thank you.
I'm here tonight representing Michelle Randazzo of 198 North Queens Avenue, Massapequa. I'm sorry? What did I say? Oh, I'm sorry, 138. I thought I said that. But this lot is located in the R17 zone. It's non-conforming to the zoning in that the lot is only 5,500 square feet in area and 55 feet wide, where the zoning requires a minimum of 7,000 and a width of 70 feet. The home is currently a 25-foot deep by 32-foot wide cape with an attached garage and a one-story rear addition. The project here is to construct pretty much an up and over second-story addition, so basically a 25 by 32 addition that will provide 2 good-sized bedrooms for the Randazzo's children. The bedrooms each have walk-in closets and a desk area for when the children get older and need to do homework. There's a bathroom that would be shared by the 2 children in the middle. So it's a two-bedroom addition, second story. There's also a portico that we're looking to add. The portico does encroach into the front yard. It encroaches as deep as the current stoop does. The house has a 24.88 front yard setback, less the 3.5 feet for the portico. It's an open portico, it's not enclosed, it's not living space, it's just a covered entry. Provides character and to the elevation, as you can see, and some coverage at the entry. The side yards do not change from what's existing. The rear yard doesn't change from what's existing. We're below the allowable height and the allowable lot coverage. There is an air conditioning unit that exists on the west side of the home, which sits in the side yard setback, but it does not encroach any closer to the side yard than does the adjacent masonry chimney. And lastly, at some point, the driveway was widened. I don't know if it was widened by the Randazzos or a previous owner, but there's a block curb on the east side that sits 6 inches from the property line. It was widened to get a 2-car width at that driveway because it is only 24 feet deep. So I guess someone figured rather than having a car in the street, they can get 2 cars off the street. We know of no objections from any neighbors that have come to this board or to the building department. No one has addressed the Randazzos regarding it. The neighbors have all, have said they support it. There's no one, we don't have any letters of support, but everybody's friendly over there. So that's pretty much our case.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I went to the property and we received all the green cards, correct? Yeah, okay. And you said you spoke to the neighbors?
Michelle is very friendly. Yeah, it's a very tight block. Everybody has small
Yes.
children.
Yeah, I was there and I see, it is the smallest house on the block. It would be, so you're saying 2 bedrooms upstairs, 1 bath, that's the addition?
Yes.
And downstairs would be what, 2 bedrooms?
There's still existing 2 bedrooms, a very small one in the back that they use as a home office.
Okay.
There's a front bedroom, that's the Randazzo's bedroom, and then a living kitchen, dining area, and a bathroom.
Looks
Anybody
fine.
wishing to be heard on this? I'm sorry, Kathy.
Yeah, no, it looks fine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 9, Appeal 25-94, Laura Meyer at 178 North Wyoming Avenue, North Massapequa.
Thanks, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, permit to us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Mrs. Meyer, who resides at 178 North Wyoming Avenue in Massapequa. Property is located in R17 zone. They're proposing to maintain a driveway with a 0-foot setback where 8 foot is required, and an existing second kitchen for a parent-child use with 2 parking spaces with 3 are required. Mrs. Meyer and her husband and the 3 children, along with Mrs. Meyer's parents and a cousin, will be living there. They're all aware of the rules of a mother-daughter, and we also like to amend specific plan 65-290.
What's with the second-story deck and gazebo?
It's all part of the building permit, but they all conform to zoning.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Hearing number 19, Appeal 25-34, Timothy Yee at 58 Grant Street, Farmingdale.
It's 10.
10, I'm sorry, 10. Oh, that's not good tonight.
Here we go.
This is the, this is his.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address?
Good evening. My name is Dean Kutsubis. My address is 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801. I would like to start by just submitting some photos of the structures
Dean.
in question.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
We are seeking few variances for outside structures at the property located at 58 Grant Street in Farmingdale. We're asking for permission to maintain a shed. The shed is less than 100 square feet, so therefore it does not need a permit, but it does need a variance because it has a front yard setback of less than the 25.1 feet. It has a front yard setback of 19.8 feet, and it also has a side yard setback of 0.8 feet. It is a plastic shed, and it is screened by the fence, which we also need a variance for. The fence, common with corner properties, we request to have a 6-foot fence, but this one is actually better than most of the others because it doesn't extend all the way to the sidewalk. It still leaves, at the closest point, it still leaves 16 feet of grass. And it matches, and I said, as the photos show, it does match the neighbor's fence in that location too. So it butts up against the neighbor's fence, and there's still, even at the closest point, there's still 16 feet of grass, and 19 feet of grass at the, where it's the furthest away from the property line there. Our last variance is for the deck. It does not have a rear yard setback of 25 feet. Our deck is shy by 1.5 feet. It only has a rear yard setback of 23.5 feet. So those are the variances we're asking for. I feel that they're very small in nature and kindly ask for this board's approval.
You asked so nicely.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions?
No.
Kathy, you were out there?
I was, and everything is exactly like you said, there's plenty of room. Everything's existing.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 13, which will be heard along with hearing 14. Hearing 13 is appeal number 25-75. Hearing 14 is appeal number 25-76. And it's Carol Ann Catapano at 15 Parkview Circle North, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Representing Ms. Catapano of 15 Parkview Circle. Ms. Catapano seeking a variance to maintain a second kitchen for parent-child use. At this time, I would like to withdraw Part B and C. This is for the pool and the pool filter, as they've been removed. Also seeking a variance for a reduction in parking spaces and to maintain a front portico not having the average front yard setback and exceeding the permitted gross floor area. The adult occupants of the home are Ms. Catapano, the mother, and her daughter Madison Butis. I have explained the rules such as one set of utilities, one doorbell, and if the adults change, they need to reappear before this board. There's only 2 drivers in the household, so parking's not an issue. The front portico is an open covered porch. I've taken a photo of this for the board. It's a very attractive addition. The neighbor to the east has the same exact portico. If this variance was granted, the homeowners would condition not to further enclose this. In regard to the gross floor area, we're only seeking a variance for 46 square feet. We do have consent letters from the two abutting neighbors at 11 and 17 Parkview Circle. Also, the neighbors directly across the street at 10, 12, 14, and 16 Parkview Circle, and also 9 Parkview Circle. Directly behind the property is the Bethpage School District. As the photos show, the property is in excellent condition, has always been well-maintained. These improvements are not out of character in this area of Bethpage.
Bob, it was B and C you were withdrawing, is that correct?
Yes, the pool and the pool filter,
Thank
B
you.
and C.
Thank you.
They've been removed.
Are they complying now, or did they remove the pool?
No, they removed the pool
Okay.
and the filter.
All right, anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 15, Appeal 25-79, Imran Siddiqui at 68 South 3rd Street, Bethpage.
Hi, promise to tell the truth in these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Norman Locke, 707 Route 110, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening. Norman Locke on behalf of Mr. Siddiqui for South 3rd Street in Bethpage, seeking two-part variance. The first part is to allow existing air conditioning and a plastic shed with less than the required setback. And the second part is the proposed the proposed two-story rear addition, which has a roof pitch less than what is required by zoning. The reason for the less roof pitch is that we are matching the ridge height with the existing roof, and therefore, and the existing roof is already non-compliant in roof pitch also.
We have one new roof for the whole house, you mean?
No, the existing roof is a gable that runs left to right, and then the addition has a gable which is perpendicular to it, and the two ridges match. And so we didn't want to have two different ridge heights in order to
Got it.
comply with the slope.
Oh, so they're not gonna be both the same ridge height, but they both don't. No, they are.
They are,
So to match the ridge height.
right. The proposed ridge height matches the existing ridge height.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 25-87, John Johnson, 39 Columbia Street, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage.
Thank you.
Representing Mr. Johnson of 39 Columbia Street, I passed up some photos and consent letters for the board. Mr. Johnson seeking a variance to maintain a cellar entrance, not having the required side yard setback and aggregate setback. To maintain a driveway having less side yard setback and exceeding the lot coverage. The cellar entrance is maintaining a 4.9-foot side yard setback where 8 feet is required. It does follow the non-conforming setback of the existing home. It does not further encroach into the side yard. There is a 6-foot fence and shrubs in between the properties, and we do have a consent letter from that neighbor that is closest at 10 Lowell Street. The basement is partly finished recreation room, and there's no bathroom in the basement. The driveway's been widened. The neighbor next to the driveway is the same neighbor that is closest to the cellar entrance, and there's shrubbery in between the properties. There are many other homes in this immediate area of Bethpage that have widened driveways. This driveway is not out of character with this neighborhood. We also have consent letters from the other abutting neighbor at 37 Columbia Street, and the two neighbors in the rear, 40 Lincoln Boulevard and 40 Roosevelt Drive. All these improvements have been here for many years. There's not been any complaints or violations from the town on this property. and as the photos show, the property is in excellent condition and well-maintained.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing number 17, Appeal 25-81. Seon Joseph at 78 Vassar Lane, Hicksville.
Good evening, everybody.
Raise
Good
your right
evening.
hand. Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address?
My name is Sergeant Joseph. I'm from 78 Vassar Lane, Hicksville, NY 11801. I'm here to represent myself, my case. All right. So this is part of the variances as part of a project proposed to raise a level, raise a floor. And
Excuse me, sir, can you just talk into the mic a little bit more? You're very soft-spoken, and I want to hear you.
all right, everybody complains about that. All right. All right, so the first variance is, it's related to a prior variance, which is like 159, and that was for the first floor. There was a variance, and a decision was done on that in 2014. 2014, when I bought this house in 2013, this was, we went ahead with this approvals. And now we are raising this floor, and the same is impacting when we are aligning with the same structure, the same variance is popping up. That's basically the first, second, and third variances. And then there is another variance which is cited on the pitching of the roof, which the architect did to make sure that it doesn't go above the height approved, the zoning height, because the first floor, the builder suggested to add a feet.
How high are the ceilings?
Yeah,
How high
high
are you-
ceilings, so he suggested a high ceiling, so in order to not impact the overall height of the house, the architect, he reduced the pitch of the roof a little bit so that it doesn't go for a variance. So it's basically 1 feet and 1.5 feet, yeah, so that's a variance. Yeah.
How many bedrooms are in the home?
Right now, we have 3, but 1 bathroom, so and when we moved in, we were like 2 small kids and family, so now they are in the high school, and, 1 bathroom house is not manageable, so that's primarily the reason, so
So in the new build, there's going to be 4 bedrooms and how many bathrooms?
3 bathrooms.
3, 4 and 3, okay. Mike, do you have elevations? Thank you.
No.
Four total bedrooms?
4 total bedrooms, 3 upstairs and 1 downstairs here.
Just give us 1 second, we want to look at the elevations. Right. Yeah, that's that 4 on 12, I don't. This is to accommodate high ceilings in the bedrooms.
And 9 foot on the first and second floor.
9-foot ceilings.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
The two green cards that I received were submitted, and my neighbors are very friendly. So 2 of them came to us and said, we have no objection. One of the neighbor called up the town and said he has no objections. That's from the neighborhood. We live in a good neighborhood.
Well, some of the concerns that we as a board have is character of the neighborhood. And this house, while, you're trying to avoid a variance for height, you're asking for a variance for the roof pitch. And the reason the town enacted an ordinance for roof pitch is because they don't want boxy-looking houses that maximize the space like that.
Good. Yep.
So it's something that we have to consider when making a decision.
I went by the, oh, sorry, Madam Chairman.
No, I'm done.
I went by the street today, and I took note that there are still a lot of original homes on the block. And the ones that have expanded in, I think, a little bit more of a style that's in keeping with the other houses,
Yes.
right? So it's not that I get it, growing family, that's great, we love to hear it. But, you know, it needs to be in character with what else is on the street, and what else is on the street happens to be a lot of Levetts and Capes. And where people have expanded, they're a little bit more in line with the landscape of what's existing. So, I don't know how anybody else on the board feels about it. I already see Brian looks like he wants to speak, maybe. But I think that you may need to go back to your architect and have him scale it a little bit back so that no one is saying it shouldn't expand, but it may need to be brought back in line with what else is in the neighborhood.
All right, so the architect designed this in conjunction with what was on the next house, which is basically exact replica of what he has done on this one, so that he made sure that, you know, it looks exactly the same, no very, at least from a layman's perspective. I'm talking from a layman's perspective.
Of course, and we
So-
understand that.
Yeah, so,
But we also, and I have 2 letters here from neighbors who are opposed to this. We get feedback from the community, particularly in Hicksville, that houses are being expanded way too much. They don't fit in with the character of the neighborhood. And the people, the older homeowners who have been there for many years, people who haven't, and as my colleague said, the people who do expand in some of these neighborhoods, they do it in keeping more in character with what's already there. Yes, they're expanding, but they're keeping the roof pitch, and that's what we look to do, is make everybody happy if we can.
so we are suggesting to
You may have to
align with the
lower the
roof pitch.
ceiling height, at least on one of the floors, to bring this house in a little bit. It's too boxy, it's too much.
And it's close. This is not, you know, I don't think it's so far out of.
No,
But-
it's a lovely home and it's a lovely design, it's not that, it's just, when the houses start going like that, then we have to look at that.
I think it is not going like this, it's
Well,
right.
it is, actually. I looked at the elevations. I mean, yeah, there's a pitch, but it's not, it's wide. The house is wide. So, I'm going to, is anybody else, before I open it up to the audience, Brian, did you want to speak?
No.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, sorry.
No, I was listening.
Okay. So, is
I concur.
anybody in the audience want to speak on this application? Because then I'm gonna read 2 letters into the record from neighbors, okay? This is from Mary Seppi at 82 Vassar Lane. We received a letter with regard to hearing number 7 to be held on 6/26. I strongly object to the proposed changes outlined in this notice. This work will cause major disruptions for me as well as the people living on the block. Cars will need to be moved, work trucks blocking our property, and there will be garbage and debris on my property. Those concerns are really not the concerns of the board because construction is construction. It starts and it finishes. So that is not a concern of the board. What is a concern is that she also says the size of the newly constructed home does not belong in this location. And I respectfully request that Mr. Joseph's request be denied. And the other neighbor is Carol, I can't really read it, Sarcone, 85 Vassar Lane. I strongly disapprove of construction at 78 Vassar Lane, Hicksville, because of the traffic, noise, and parking problems it will cause, adding a 2-story to this home. And those are the only 2 objections that the office received, Susan?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, we can vote on it tonight, the way that it is,
Okay,
or you could,
I respect that.
you could maybe go back to your, it's, my feeling is, I would want to put this on reserve and have you go back to your architect and just scale it back a little bit because of the roof pitch, honestly.
You won't have to come back for a hearing.
Yeah.
You just would
Yeah,
have
the
to submit
hearing
new
will be
plans.
closed, but you'll have to submit new plans, or we can vote on it the way it is if you prefer that.
I'll come back for the hearing after talking to the architect.
There won't be another hearing, only just talk to your architect, see if you could scale it back a little bit.
I can do that,
You
yeah.
know, deal with the zoning department,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. We will, we will
Ceilings a
align
little
with
lower.
you.
You can call the office and talk, and I'll explain it to you, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Public
thank
hearing
you.
is closed.
thanks for the suggestions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Decision?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by the office.
And Nassau County Planning Commission did suggest local determination.
Thank you. Sorry.
So it's on the record.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Hearing,
sir.
hearing number 18, Appeal 25-96, Ravi Anugu at 23 Ketchum Road, Hicksville.
Hi. I'm Stella Truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Good evening, everybody. We have in front of us a proposed new building on the corner lot. The only variance we're seeking for this particular property is the exceeding the maximum gross floor area. The maximum allowed is 3,667 square feet. We are proposing 4,071 square feet, roughly an overage of 404 square feet. Looking at the project as a whole, the house is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, not terribly too large of a home in that regards. Considering some of the elements of the home concerning square footage, 440 square feet of the gross floor area is the attached garage, the 2-car garage. 82 square feet of the gross floor area is part of the double-height portico. And 231 square feet is the area counted towards a double-height space. I know we counted 1.5, but that number still kind of does become part of that overall coverage. If we take all those deductions out, the house has a functional floor usable space of 3,318 square feet, which would technically bring it under the maximum. The cellar is 6'11". It's not meant to be habitable. It's unfinished. There's nothing down there other than just structure and mechanical equipment. From a visual standpoint, there are some homes that seem to also be in scale of this house. A few notable locations that I noticed were house numbers 30, 37, and 39 on Julian Street, 16 at Regent Street, house numbers 5, 6, and 8 on Magenta Street, 34 Ketchum Road, and 4 Mack Avenue. They seem to be the largest ones around. I do notice that the neighborhood isn't completely developed yet, but it seems to be heading in that direction.
Had to say yet.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on matter of opinion. But being that the rest of the zoning is conforming, we meet height, we meet roof pitch, we meet setback, we meet coverage. Hopefully that we're a little over the our area isn't that big of a deal.
I'm gonna take a look at the elevations. I do have a letter of objection, so I do wanna look at it. Same thing. It means it's got the roof pitch, right? Even here? Me and the neighbor?
Yeah, it's mixed, he's correct. This is unlike the previous application. There are some build-ups, lots of originals, but some that have been redone.
And what was bringing it over the,
Just a square foot.
the gross, yeah, I know, but there was something, was it a
The
patio?
basement
or-
is not being counted, right?
Right, so
because
was
he
it
said it's
something in
under-
the back? Just the size of the,
Oh, it's the double garage, maybe? Is the garage counted in
Yes,
the
attached.
That could be it, because
Said
a
the
lot of
garage
these
is
homes,
440.
a lot of these homes only have a single. It's actually better that it has two.
yeah, okay. All right, thank you, Mike.
Thank you, yes.
Additionally, the driveway is 18 feet wide, so we could fit up to 3 cars off the street.
It's got proposed cellar.
Discuss the basement. Why do you need a cellar entrance from the outside?
It was something that was being requested by the homeowner. We took a big swing at it. I know how we feel about cellar entrances.
You know how we feel.
Yes.
So we're gonna put an egress window.
Okay.
There's two proposed already. They're
I have no problem making it a conditional approval. If we want to get rid of it, we'll totally get rid of it.
I'd like an egress
Okay.
window there. Since I especially, and I'm gonna read this letter into the record. This is from Jeffrey Moody, 18 Ketchums Road. I received the notice regarding the above, and I am extremely concerned regarding the proposed variance to construct a new dwelling. I am a lifelong resident of the town of Oyster Bay, and the residential areas were built for residents to have a community surrounded with homes. The buildings that are being constructed cannot be considered a home house. What is being constructed are buildings that belong in a commercial area, not a family community. The standards for a home are not being conformed to, and the huge erected buildings do not conform with the surrounding area and are completely an eyesore. The pride of living in Oyster Bay, owning a home and working hard to maintain a home is being taken away by the ability for a builder to construct monster buildings which are surrounded by houses for single-family homes, for single families. Due to my work schedule, I'm not able to attend the hearing. I implore the zoning board to please review the plans in detail to help protect the town of Oyster Bay lifestyle and not allow the construction of a huge industrial building and call it a home. Okay, well,
Can you check how many bedrooms and bathrooms?
yeah.
How many bedrooms and bathrooms?
4 bedrooms, 3
4
and a
and
half
3 and a
bath.
half.
That sounds like a home to me.
Yeah, it looks like a home too, so.
And it's not like other homes, I know I've been in here in the past, every bedroom does not have its own suite. There are shared bathrooms throughout the home. It's a little more in keeping with the neighborhood as far as an internal floor plan does go.
Okay. Anybody have any comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, have a good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Hearing 19, Appeal 25-98, Gorodkawa at 38 Cornell Avenue, Hicksville.
Still under oath.
Good evening once again. I am here on behalf of Gurjit Kaur of 38 Cornell Avenue in Hicksville. This happens to be the second time that we've presented before this board for a variance. The first time, we had a much more substantial, much more larger project, and we've had, since then, we have scaled it back a bit, and thus reducing the variances we are requesting. So the project in general is just taking Ranch House and going straight up with it. As proposed, we're seeking a few variances. The variances will be side yard of 7.7 feet instead of the required 8 feet. The reason for that variance is because the existing house is built at 7.7, and by going straight up, we're not further encroaching into the side yard. So that will be one of our variances. The second one will be an encroachment of eaves and gutters. Again, that's a standard variance that goes along with any side yard encroachment. Our third variance is a roof pitch of 5 and 12 instead of 6 and 12. In order to maintain the maximum height and to give the bedrooms of the second floor enough bedroom space, the 5 and 12 variance was necessary to have the proper ceiling heights in the second floor instead of going for the height and keeping it at the maximum height of 28 feet. And our last variance we're asking for is the lot coverage variance. We're asking for 26.4% where the maximum allowable is 25%. And that's actually a substantial decrease. Last time we were here, speaking with Helen, the engineer, we were asking for 31.19% last time. So we were able to reduce, take certain things off to reduce the lot coverage down to 26.4%, which is a small increase from what is allowable. So that concludes my presentation, unless there's any questions from the board.
So how many bedrooms and baths is the house gonna
Okay,
have?
so it's gonna have one bedroom on the first floor and 3 on the second floor. There's a total of 4 bathrooms throughout the house.
Any bathrooms in the basement?
Yes, there's one bathroom in the basement,
Two-piece or three?
a three-piece bathroom in the
And
basement.
you have stairs going to the basement?
Yes, there are stairs to the basement.
They want to legalize that?
Yeah, that's part of the basement is finished, and there are stairs that go to the basement
From the outside?
from the outside, yes.
What's in the basement?
It's a finished basement. There's a bathroom, a rec room, storage, laundry, and computer.
Yes, she's right, but I'll find out.
Rita, the pitch was a problem last time.
Yeah, well, I'm getting to that. I wanna look at the elevations. The basement entrance exist?
The basement entrance exists.
The block is mixed, the house to the right is expanded, but it doesn't look like this. But this is very attractive.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with it.
So the dormers are the right roof pitch, it's the ridge over there that's 5 on 12. All right, is the basement counted in, Michael, in this?
No, it's under 8, right?
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to point out that we reduce this and it complies with the gross floor area requirements, so we're not asking for any floor area variance here. And I'd also like to point out that the basement entrance on its own would not require of any variance approval. It does meet the setbacks, so I understand the board has concerns for basements and entrances, but this on its own, if it was a standalone permit, it would meet the requirements.
Well, when the three-piece bathroom's already there and the stairs are already there, you're on your way. And I'm not saying that they're gonna do that, but of course, we have to think about not only this owner, but the next owner and the next owner. It's there. It's so easy to do. Unfortunately, we have only so much control over it. Okay. Anybody else have any questions, concerns? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 20, Appeal 25-84, Jason Blattberg at 82 Country Drive, Plainview.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage, representing Mr. Blattenberg of 82 Country Drive in Plainview. Have some photos, consent letters for the board. Mr. Blattenberg seeking a variance to maintain 2 air conditioning units not having the required side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining 2 feet. These air conditioning units are behind a 6-foot-high fence, and there is a 6-foot-high fence between the properties. We do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 80 Country Drive. This is the only neighbor affected by this variance. There's no other practical place to put these air conditioning units, as the utilities are in the basement next to the air conditioning unit. Mr. Blattberg purchased a home with these units here. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well maintained.
Okay. Very simple variance. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.
Two. Hearing number 20, Appeal 25-95, Marguerite Bellany at 71 Barry Drive, Westbury.
This is hearing number 21.
21, okay.
Raise your hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
James Lerner, 424 Madison Street, Westbury, New York.
Thanks.
I'm representing Margaret and Lionel Bellany, and that's 71 Barry Drive, Westbury. We're proposing to construct a roof over patio in the rear yard. and it complies with all the setbacks, but the lot coverage required 25%, and we have 30.4% on the lot coverage. And we're also here to maintain a 6-foot PVC fence that extends on the front yard and side yard, on the Jackie Drive side. And there was a wooden stockade fence, and actually the neighbor on that side, along with the Bellanese, they chipped in to replace that with a PVC fence. As is usual in corner properties, the backyards are small, so we're looking to get a little bit of a break to expand the size of the rear yard. And that's essentially the case.
That neighbor, their driveway is not up against that fence, is
Their
it?
driveway is fairly close to the fence. The one advantage they have is it's corner property, so the cars aren't going too fast when they go back out, and also they have a good view on the north side where the cars will be coming close to where the driveway is. The only place where the fence could, prevent a little bit of vision is where the cars are on the other side of the street coming off a corner. So it's actually, I've been there, and it's actually not particularly dangerous to back out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out there and look at this, so we have to be very careful about these applications, because if we approve it and somebody gets hurt,
Yep.
that's on us. I
They,
can't.
we could cut the fence back at an angle to improve the visibility, if the board so.
Why is it blurry though?
Sometimes people just blur their houses out, but this is where the fence is going. It is, right? It's to the left.
Is there a small fence there now?
No,
In
it's
front?
a 6-foot PVC
And it
fence.
goes all the way to the street?
Not to the street, it goes
sidewalk.
up close to the property line, which is about a foot in from the sidewalk.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay. That fence has to be angled.
Well,
It's too close to the driveway. It's not only a concern for the cars backing out of that driveway, it's a bigger concern for kids riding a little bicycle down the sidewalk.
Yes, if the board wishes to do it, I'm sure my clients would be willing to get a little bit of an angle.
When you have a tree there, but it's set back enough where that fence can be angled, it would just make me feel a whole lot better.
one section, really. And then if someone's backing out of the driveway and they look like this, they'll be able to see, somebody coming, right? That's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that
think,
one
I
has to
think
be two.
one
This
section,
one and this- it
Two
has to be two.
sections.
I need one
Could be done.
section of fence.
Two sections.
Two sections, okay.
Yeah.
It says two. That's why she's the chair.
it's a little bit unusual in that homeowner was happy with the way it was, they're comfortable, but I understand your situation.
I
The
have
board-
to, it's like I said, for cars, I would be backing into that driveway and pulling out, but if they're, I always think of the little kids on those little tykes, they're so low, you can't see them. And they do, and that's what sidewalks are for, they're for pedestrians.
Yeah.
That's a concern. So if they could angle those two sections in, okay.
At the northeast corner, Reed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Hearing 22, Appeal 25-90, Woodbury 8027 LLC, at 8027 Jericho Turnpike, Woodbury.
And I don't think there's an age restriction. There's like 13, 14-year-old kids.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the board. For the record, Philip Butler with the law firm of Forcelli, Deegan, Toronto, on behalf of the applicant. I'm joined here tonight by Andrea Rivera and Christopher Pedersen, representing Tosi Cafe, and Ken Hillman, representing the landlord for the subject property. Handing up my usual packet of materials, probably too much for this variance, but nonetheless. Looking at Exhibit 1, an aerial of the general area. The subject premises is 8027 Jericho Turnpike in Woodbury, AKA Woodbury Country Square Shopping Center, located on the north side of Jericho Turnpike, approximately 630 feet east of Southwoods Road. Premises is a shopping center consisting of a small grocery store, which is Victoria's Market, and several retail and personal service uses. Center is located in the neighborhood business district, and it abuts 2 other shopping centers to the east and west, also in the same district. Properties to the south across Jericho Turnpike are zoned NB and RMF10, and the properties to the north are residential in the R115 district. The application tonight relates to a specific tenant space within the shopping center that was previously Dugan's Sandwich Shop, which operated at the site for approximately 45 years until it closed in September of 2024. Looking at Exhibit 2 of your packet, there is the proposed site plan. As you'll see, nothing on the site is really changing. This is really just re-tenanting a space. As a result of the change in tenancy, we have to come to code with the parking requirement, but of course we need the variance. So the application seeks to re-tenant the space with a new cafe use, which is called Toastique. It specializes in fresh, healthy food options such as gourmet toasts, smoothies, cold-pressed juices, and wellness shots. If the board is at all curious, we provided a copy of their menu in the materials.
It's food, we are.
Hopefully you all ate dinner, I didn't. So the proposed use is permitted in the NB zone. The cafe would have 28 seats for sit-down service and also to-go options. Standard operating hours would be 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday through Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Thursday through Saturday. Aesthetically, Toastique features a clean and modern design scheme that complements the brand's emphasis on clean, healthy nutrition. If you're at all curious, we provided examples of the renderings in your packet. So Toastique is a new brand to Long Island. This will be its first store on Long Island. It's one of its first stores in New York. It's originally from DC, spread throughout the United States. I think they have 40 locations now, roughly. So again, this will be its first location on Long Island. I think they picked a good spot for it, quite frankly. So under the current tenant mix, the center is now required to have 86 parking spaces. They can only provide 29, which are existing. Therefore, we require a small parking variance for 7 spaces, which equates to roughly 8%, which I submit as de minimis. So we submit to the board that this will not have a negative impact on the environment or the physical conditions in the neighborhood. As mentioned, this space was already a similar use for several decades, and it actually was larger. It had 48 seats, and it also had longer hours of operation. Toastique will only have 28 seats and will have shorter hours of operation. I also have here with me tonight Ken Hillman, who represents the property owner. He can speak to the site operations while Dugan's was still in operation, and he can attest that the parking was never, there's never a deficit of parking. He was also kind enough to provide some photos that were taken from a drone during 2022 and 2023, midday, on several different dates that happened to show the parking lot, and you can see, peak lunch hours. There's still a significant amount of parking in that parking lot while the sandwich shop was still
Could
still
you
operating.
just go over the numbers again, because
Sure.
I'm not sure. I think you said 29, and it's 79.
Then we have 79, we need 86
Okay.
parking spaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I want it right on the record.
Yeah, so it's 86 parking spaces required, 79 provided, so we're seeking a variance for 7 spaces.
Okay.
How many seats did Dugan's have?
40,
You said 49?
48. 48, 8 tables.
Okay.
Would you like to hear from Mr. Hillman? He can give some direct testimony, keep it short.
Sure. Come on up. You came down here, come on up.
Are you an attorney, sir?
No.
I have to swear you in. Raise your right hand.
Oh,
Promise
sorry.
to tell the truth in this proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Ken Hillman, 2 Jericho Plaza, Jericho, New York, 11753.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good evening, Chairwoman and members of the board. Ken Hillman representing Woodbury 8027 LLC. We acquired the property in February of 2023, so we've had control, ownership, and property management for the last 2.5 years. We were in contract to purchasing the property almost 2 years prior to that during the pandemic. So I've been at the site for over the last 4 years. You could say on almost a several days of a week basis. We've experienced no issues as far as parking overflow and just the overall use of the property. We looking forward to the use of bringing Tostique, replacing Dugan's. Based on your comment earlier, I do have internal photographs of when it was Dugan's, of all the chairs and seats when they were in there.
I mean, I'm flabbergasted.
Me too, and that's,
I've been going there since 1990.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
Jimmy had,
Jimmy
Jimmy
seating,
had,
but I thought, if I had a guess,
yeah.
20, 25.
No, that's how many tables Jimmy had in there. Yeah. And I only knew Jimmy, that's the previous operator of Dugan's before he moved to Craven's. He left September 24. He was doing quite successful. We're happy to see him move on to grow to a bigger business. We took back the space, and then obviously we engaged with Tostique for a new lease, and that brings us here to tonight.
I can tell you firsthand that there's never a parking issue there. You go to that, not Christina's, there's the market. in the back.
Victoria's.
You go to
Victoria's
Butcher,
Jewel of the Sea, yep.
And there really is never a parking issue.
Well, maybe you'll have one, you'll be so successful.
Okay, just enough.
Just enough, right.
Just enough, yes.
People will carpool there.
Okay.
So that's our presentation. I will also ask nicely that the variance be granted. And thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hearing 24, Appeal 25-91, Gold Coast Public Library District at 50 Railroad Avenue, Glen Head.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Christine Fury for the Law Office of Christine Fury, 108 Forest Avenue, Locust Valley, New York, 11560. I represent Alyssa Jackson, the owner of Bumblebee Daycare, who is in contract to purchase the Gold Coast Library. I also have limited representation capabilities for the Gold Coast Library for here tonight. The address is 50 Railroad Avenue, Glen Head, New York, Section 20, Block 19, Lot 337 and 338. I am handing to the board the green cards as well as the referendum from the library to sell to Alyssa Jackson, which was overwhelmingly approved by the community, as well as some letters from abutting nearby neighbors. So as I mentioned, the Gold Coast Library is in contract to sell the building located at 50 Railroad Avenue to Alyssa Jackson. She plans to open up a daycare center, which again, the community has overwhelmingly approved. The variance that we are seeking is a reduction of parking from 17 spots required to 0. The property owned by the Gold Coast Library consists of a 2-story building and 1 small driveway that can probably fit about 1 car. That would not be in use. It would be, the driveway would be created into like a play area for the kids, an outdoor play area that is required. So if Alyssa Jackson is unable to get this variance approved, it will be an undue hardship onto her. She will not be able to purchase the library. She will not be able to operate the business profitably. Let's see what else. So there would be no.
Vendee in contract?
I'm sorry?
You have vendee in contract?
Correct. They've been in contract and it's contingent upon the approval of this variance.
I will say something, because I'm not from that area, but I had friends and I went there a lot. There was a restaurant we used to go to there, and there was never a problem. It's a
Never.
railroad parking lot, which I don't think many people use, because,
never-
I mean,
yeah.
like maybe, the most maybe, it was a third filled. I've never
Correct.
saw it more than that, so I
And
will
my
say-
kids go to the school right behind there, Glen Head Elementary
Oh, yeah,
School.
okay.
And never an issue with parking.
Yeah.
Whenever parents need to come up to the school, they always park in the lot.
Yeah.
There's more than enough parking spaces. So yeah, it is a very minimally used parking lot.
It's off the tax rate, right? I mean, it was a public library?
It's a public library, yeah. It's a public library. So the interesting thing about the public library is that there's already a lot of traffic in and out of the library. People use the parking lot all day long. It's so much so that they're actually selling the library in order to buy a larger library down the road. So, you know, and parking has never been an issue, even with that influx of activity. So in this situation, Alyssa Jackson will be operating a daycare that, you know, it's pick up and drop off. People won't be staying. They're just going to be dropping their kids off, leaving, coming back in the afternoon to pick them up. So really, the parking spaces won't really be utilized anyway. Or if they are utilized, it will be for a very brief period of time. So there isn't much change at all to the character of the community. I would actually argue that it's going to be improving the character of the community because there will be less people, even less people using the parking lot. Let's see, what else? The variance is not substantial. There's no change in the current parking situation. There's no adverse effects or impacts on the physical environmental condition of the area. The difficulty is not self-created, and based on all of this, I would respectfully request the Board of Appeals to approve of the variance.
How many children will be attending the nursery?
It'll be 55 children with 12 employees. Yeah, yeah. And there's already a waiting list.
I'll bet.
The community is very excited about it.
That's
Yep.
great, that's great.
Yep, 12 employees.
You may even have some parents who drop off, park the car, and go in to take the regular there anyway, because
You
they're
never
taking
know.
the training.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
It is a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right, anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
all right.
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to by our office.
Thank you very much.
I don't, it was called Station something, it's like a bar. It was like a pub. I can't remember what it was.
I know, there's heirlooms there now, but.
It was called Station something, or it was a pub.
Not the
like a
Iron
pub.
Horse.
I don't remember. I
There's
don't
still-
remember.
there's still
My
good restaurants there.
brother-in-law and sister-in-law live in Glen Head. So when I go up to visit them, that's where we go a lot. I don't remember the name.
Heirloom? Yeah, no, it's not.
I don't think
That's
so.
newer.
I think it was called Station. Here, holdover one, Appeal 25-47, Richard Fontera at 422 Brendan Avenue, Massapequa Park. Okay.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Appearing on behalf of Richard Frontera of 422 Brendan Avenue, Massapequa, New York, we are requesting a variance for a proposed two-story and second-story addition, which is located in an R17 zone and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet or aggregate side yards of 20 feet. Proposing a side yard setback of 6.5 feet and an aggregate side yard of 17.5 feet. The addition will align with the west side of the building and will not further encroach the non-conforming setback. The proposed two-story addition and second-story addition, together with the existing gazebo and pergola, exceed the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,244 square feet. We are proposing a gross floor area of 3,572 square feet. My clients have 3 children and are seeking to add another bedroom. The second floor, as proposed, will have 4 bedrooms. There are 2 existing bathrooms, and there will be a laundry room. We're also requesting a variance to maintain an existing 6-foot by 7.7-foot shed, which does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 1.9 feet. The existing waterfall adjacent to the in-ground swimming pool does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 5 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 3 feet. And an existing pergola, which does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 3 feet, and an existing pool filter, which does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 5 feet. Both the pergola and the pool filter are on the property line. Photos of the property, along with 9 consent letters, which include all the abutting property owners, have been submitted to the board. The property is well maintained, and the proposed additions and the existing structures will be consistent with the character of this neighborhood. And that completes our application. If there's a concern with the filter, I think, we could always move it a little bit, but depending on the electrical, but it's been there for 20 years.
I mean, it's a big backyard, they got a lot going on there, but if the neighbors are cool with it, and it looks very well maintained and screened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I don't see a problem with it. And there's nobody here who wants to speak about this other than Mr. Schumacher.
No.
Mr. Schumacher.
He seems very aggressive this evening.
He's got photos for the board. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision, the board be voted to by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, let's have a little bit of a break. vote, boys and girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do this. Hearing number 1, appeal number 25-92. We have consents from 4 abutters. I will move this.
I'll second.
Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it,
Wait,
so
a word
moved.
from our council?
And that's gonna be granted to 26.6.
Right.
Yes,
Right, oh, that's right, yes.
thank you, Don. Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-530.
I like that.
Oh, he's gonna put a bulkhead in too. You wanna move it, Will?
Yes, I like to.
Hold on, I'll just say that there's a real concern with parking there, although he has arguably 50 feet of frontage, it is a mini cul-de-sac, so there is no curb in front of his house.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Turns off. So 5 bedrooms could be a lot of vehicles on a dead end with no parking.
But so, when they have bedrooms nowadays, so many of them are not used as bedrooms. It's listed as a bedroom, but it's an office, or, you know, I mean,
So in 4 bedrooms.
what?
So in 4 bedrooms.
Or 3, both my son-in-law and daughter were, you know, they both have offices, so.
I mean, it's a
Yeah,
pretty house, but it's, I envisioned it to be a beach bungalow type house on a lot that small. To build a 5-bedroom house on a lot that's really so subpar with no parking could be the problem.
And if you look at the photo that they submitted,
Yeah.
there's no parking.
There's not a lot of parking, no, there's not. I mean, they park in front, yeah, I mean,
But it meets code, right?
it meets, yeah.
He is providing the off-street parking.
And the neighbors didn't complain.
It's not a terribly big house.
The other thing we have considered, and I did notice in the neighboring lots that he shows us in his presentation, a lot of them, which I don't always like, but for this purpose maybe, have very long driveways running along the side of the house that could take up 4 cars or 3 cars as opposed to 2.
It didn't look like he had that.
He does not. He does not. So.
I mean, the
Well-
neighbors didn't complain about it, so.
And the GFA is at 2002 and requires 1973. I mean, I don't
That's
know.
that's not the point he's bringing out, me and Brian. He's bringing out the point of 5 bedrooms. But like Lois said, you know, one could be an office.
One could be an office, we don't know. And it
think
could
they're
be
gonna
a
be
time.
small bedrooms,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he said that, yeah, so.
No, we looked
But
at
I
it.
don't know,
We looked
horse in the race, whatever you
They're not?
want to do.
They're not. It's odd. It's just an odd situation. It's just a parking thing.
I mean, we don't know, also, I mean, eventually, yeah, you could have 5 people, but it could be, you know, even if every bedroom is used as a bedroom, it could be 3 of them, or, you know, a lot, could be, or 4 could be under 10 years of age, but eventually they will. But will they be driving and home at the same time, so you don't know?
Unfortunately, when I went there twice. One time I could not get down the road because they had closed it off, or they're rebuilding the road completely.
Yes, yeah, I
And the
remember,
second time I
yeah,
got down, but no one's parked there right now. So I can't even really report to us
Justify,
Yeah.
as to what the condition of the situation is. It's a very small block.
it is a small, but yeah, I got down there, and,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it is a small block, but,
I consider reserving, but to be able to feel that out, but I don't wanna hold them up. I don't know how long that road's gonna take.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, you know, I mean, when I tell you it's a construction zone, I'm not kidding.
Well, if
It
we
is.
would put it on reserve for the purpose of what, having them reduce the size of the house or the bedrooms, or
Yeah.
what would we do?
Yeah, or the bedrooms, or to talk about perhaps getting more off-street parking.
I don't see how he's gonna do it with the size of that lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't even have a
I'm not sure.
garage, right?
no garage.
I wouldn't buy a house without a garage.
I mean,
Never had a
other than,
garage.
you know, whatever.
I'm willing to vote on it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
am
wanna
too.
hold them up.
I'm okay with it.
Kathy, how do you feel about it?
If we ask them to reduce the bedrooms, how would that be a solution?
It might not,
You know, look, what they'll do is they'll do later. I mean, we could make, reduce the bedrooms. They could do a master upstairs instead of 2 small bedrooms. They could do 1 bigger one.
So make it
yeah,
small.
but kids
so-
today don't share bedrooms, it's just not
Is-
done.
So that's gonna alleviate, we don't even know
What?
if the kids drive.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know if the 5 bedrooms.
They're twins, well, they're twins would share bedrooms.
Required.
That's
They
true.
want to be together.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Yeah, they
that's so
do,
cute.
yeah,
Twins.
yeah.
My son had roommates at college, and they shared a desk, and my son said, it's like one head, they operate.
Yeah,
And
they
they were
do, they
smart, they were, really.
How do you feel about it, Flo?
I'm torn, I really am.
What?
You
You're
are?
torn?
Yeah, I wanna give it to the guy, but it's small, and then you figure he's got a boat too, so that means, look, I don't live on the water, I don't have a boat, but I would assume that means that, now you're coming over with your kids, and you gotta park the car, you're coming on the boat, and
That's true.
I don't,
Everything's
We don't know.
tight, there's no, I
Should have
live
asked
on
that.
60 by 100 in a
I
regular
mean,
block, and
It's a buildable
there's
lot.
cars everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, what happens to the property
I mean,
then?
he's gonna bulkhead it, that is a major improvement to
Yeah,
that, to
It's
that
gonna be
community.
enhanced.
I mean, he may,
He's putting a
maybe
lot of
just
money
say,
into
okay,
it.
the heck with it, I'll sell it, or I'll do,
Do you wanna look at the
something else,
elevation again?
because, he needs those rooms.
well, no, the elevation didn't have a problem.
Yeah, with no problems with the elevation.
Unfortunately, it just sits, if it didn't sit on the end, I might feel differently, like there's literally,
Are there any other larger properties that,
it's a tight little.
It is,
they're
yeah.
all very
Next
small.
Small, it is very
Smaller.
small, yeah.
So you
It's
probably-
very
I
small.
would think, and I can't say this because I couldn't see it active, but I would think there'd be a parking issue already on that. There has to be.
then the people would have come out.
Yeah, they would have come out if there was an issue.
Because that is a very active community,
Yeah.
and they are very protective of the, oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
When I- What did,
Amityville.
didn't I say I was shocked and dismayed that
Yes.
was that the one? Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of that. I really thought people would come out.
Well, I think Lois answered my question,
What?
because it's Amityville School District, people are busy working.
No, it's not, no, that's not it at all. They come out, and
They
it's
do
not,
come out.
it's still,
It's a good association.
I mean, I don't know
I'm-
what they
I'm-
want the bedrooms, I mean, should have asked, because a lot of people buy there. Can I go off the record, Holly? Okay.
But you're being taken.
Yeah, okay. I mean, a lot of people buy there, and some of them are older people, they don't have kids in the schools, so, I mean, I don't know.
But then why do you need 5 bedrooms? 5 bedrooms?
I don't, unless you're using, as I said, unless you're using 2 offices, or a guest room, you have some, well, guest room would have cars too, if somebody comes, if you're expecting visitors, I don't know.
That picture shot them in the foot. The aerial photograph of the cars pushed in, there's literally no parking. You
All right,
can't even
let's-
fit one car.
I don't.
Is there a
s-
driveway? Is there,
It's a
Yeah,
very
and it's
small
gonna block the driveway.
Just
the
for
car you
2
park in front
cars?
of the house.
I don't see,
and then 2 cars in front of the house?
No, no way, you will not get 2 cars.
I don't think you'll get 2,
You
yeah,
gotta be, you
get one
can't
car.
use the photos.
Yeah.
how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's hard to,
I defer to Lois.
Right here.
I don't, I'm not as
Slide
familiar with
13.
the area.
I mean, I'm looking, none of the neighbors came up to complain, that's why, I mean, I don't know what
Usually
this
they
one,
do,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And if they do have young kids, I mean,
The green cards went
it's
out.
a long,
But wait, how is
Time.
Parkway Heights?
it's not, I doubt if there's gonna be 5
Every
cars
house
at
has
this
to
point,
provide 2
at this
spots.
point.
One in
Yeah.
the driveway, or one in the garage, or 2 in the driveway, and they are meeting that requirement.
They have 2,
I mean-
enough for 2 cars.
And not only was nobody here, but nobody emailed us, we don't have any letters.
Not even a
nothing.
letter.
No.
I had one person stop in and look at the plans with no comment.
Well, you better believe if that person had a problem, we would have heard it.
So
They were
the-
here, yeah.
So the
Yeah.
parking requirement
I
wouldn't
know,
change
I
if
know,
they
take a
changed
copy
the
of the
number of
license.
bedrooms?
Nope.
It would not.
No,
I get that.
really,
Yeah.
no.
So,
Because we don't even know if there's children in the household.
No, or
I
the
don't
age.
see putting this on reserve is gonna change anything.
No.
They can't reduce the size of the house. They are meeting the parking requirements. I mean, the only thing I would, if we were gonna put it on reserve, I would go look at it, but even still,
I mean, when I tell, well, I'm not trying to, just, I
No,
was
I-
stunned. When I went and looked at it, I was like, I can't believe someone's even building a house on this. It's that small.
it's on the water.
It's on the water.
I mean, it's double, you know.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
a perfect lot, but it's almost.
So Mother Nature could solve the whole problem.
Yeah,
That's
I was
true.
like,
Very
I
quickly.
would be afraid this thing's gonna fall in.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have a
Or
driveway?
disappear.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
he's gonna
yeah.
have one, which
Well, if he didn't have a driveway, there'd be a variance for that.
Yeah.
And that would definitely be a reason to deny him.
How far are they from the main road, like Merrick Road?
Oh, far.
Merrick Road, not at all. I mean, that's
gotta
far,
go-
yeah.
You gotta go over a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, bridge?
You have to go over.
Oh, I don't cross bridges, forget it.
This is Pirates.
This is
Cove.
Pirates, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
know where you're talking, okay.
Yeah.
I guess they deal with it down there.
Yeah.
For the sake of the
Listen, I'm
water.
looking at houses in Seacliff that do not have driveways, garages,
Yeah.
I mean, and its roads are so narrow and,
I know, you think about
I
snow
mean,
removal.
To live on the water, there'll be people that would park 2
Yeah.
blocks down and
Well,
walk
that's
to
what
their
I'm
house.
saying,
I mean,
that's not unusual, I
And that's
know.
part of the charm of Seacliff is how eclectic it is. And
it is. I love Seacliff.
It's a pretty area. We vote on it, or?
I wanna vote on it.
Okay,
Putting it on reserve is not gonna solve anything.
I agree.
So Kathy, what's your vote?
Well, so we have to move it, or we don't?
I'm gonna pull
I
the
live on
board.
the South
Oh,
Shore.
okay.
I'm so, traffic is traffic. I didn't see the property, but I don't know.
But based on the testimony and the
Yeah.
presentation and the,
I know, I didn't ask about like who was in the house, were there children?
None
how
of
many
us asked
drivers
that.
are there? No,
Yeah.
I don't know any of that.
And-
5
yeah, and
bedrooms.
it is, yeah.
Seems like it is a family.
Yeah. Really, that's interesting, I didn't know you can't, okay, yeah. It is, I guess,
It's Pam's house.
yeah, yeah, that's different, but, well, I'm voting for it.
you gonna move it?
I'll move it.
I'm gonna second it.
Oh, okay.
Kathy?
I was gonna second it, okay. Go ahead, Reed, I'm for it.
Rebecca?
yes, based on what we've heard and the lack of any,
Concern,
reach out
yeah.
from the community, I'm okay with the application.
Okay.
I'll vote for it,
Who's that? Flo?
correct.
And Brian?
I'll be a no.
And Brian will be a no. You know, I think that's healthy. We
Yeah.
don't always have to vote together. So we have Kathy, we have Rebecca, and we have Flo. And
And
it's passed.
Brian is a no.
So you got 50 foot of frontage, now that I'm looking at it, if this is correct.
But it's not 50-foot
Yeah.
street frontage.
No, really, it is.
It's not, it turns.
Well, yeah, and you
It's
also
a
have
little
a
different,
driveway.
it drive, yeah.
Because you
Right,
have the
let's,
driveway.
let's
Yeah,
move on
yeah,
now to number
yeah.
3.
3 and 4 go together.
Together,
3 and
right.
4, appeal number 25-183.
I'm
and-
fine on that, I'll move it.
Okay, so Lois is gonna move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second on both of them. Lois and Kathy, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 25-93. I'll move this.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 25-131. This is for a deck.
Yes,
It's
but there was a
individual.
second-story addition.
Right.
And it topped that the deck was built larger than what was approved.
Right,
Correct.
okay. Who wants to move it?
I'll move it.
That's Brian.
Yep.
I'll second.
And Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 25-85. This was a fence, no line of sight problems. You wanna move it, Kathy?
Yes.
I'll second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 25-89. This is a 5,500 square foot lot,
Yeah, I'll move it.
undersized. You'll move it,
And it's
Kathy?
over the existing footprint.
Yes.
Yep. Anybody wanna second it?
I'll second it.
Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 25-94. Parent-child,
I'll move it.
Kathy,
Second.
Rebecca, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 25-34.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
And Flo will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Next is postponed, withdrawn. Hearing number 13, appeal
Which was
number...
with 14, do you want to hear?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's 14
I'm sorry,
together.
hearing number 13 and 14, appeal number 25-75 and 76. The pool is removed, so B and C are withdrawn. I'll move this.
I'll oh, okay.
Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 25-79. This is the,
Oh, yeah.
okay, this is the rear addition roof pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay because it matches existing. So I'll move this. Second. Flo will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 25-87. There is no bathroom in the basement. We have 4 consents. Anybody want to move this?
I'll move it.
Flo will move it.
Second.
Brian will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 25-81.
Is he coming
This
back?
was on reserve.
For the roof pitch change?
Yes, and this is, this is a prime example of problem that we
Yeah,
expect.
it looks commercial.
But he has
But
2
the
floors of
flat now.
9-foot ceiling, so one of the.
He's gonna lose the
Yeah.
9-foot ceilings.
Correct, exactly. Okay.
Hearing number 18, appeal number 25-96, proposed new dwelling.
We're gonna condition this?
It's on
Oh,
reserve.
He's gotta come back
with
to
plan.
us.
Okay,
Okay.
We're on 18 now.
yep.
Yeah, if we're gonna condition it, no cellar entrance, so
Yes.
we want to do a reserve.
I don't know, is that?
Egress window.
Yeah, he agreed.
So can I
He
ask-
agreed
We
to it.
agreed to
If they
condition.
already have
Yeah.
enough egress windows, you just wanna lose the cellar entrance, they don't
Yeah.
have to put a third, is that
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But just lose the cellar entrance,
reserve
Right.
put
is
that,
better.
okay? And then it's up to them whether they wanna yet a third.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, if they don't need it, then they don't have to put it in.
Can we
Okay.
vote on it or no?
Yeah.
We're gonna vote on it, or not, it's not on reserve?
Oh, we're gonna reserve it?
No.
No,
No.
he
You have to
agreed to
agree
it,
to
didn't
it.
he? Agreed to
Yourself,
it,
they
yeah.
just- we'll
Yeah,
give
I
them
was getting you
conditions.
plans.
I think Rita
Yeah.
just misspoke when she said reserve. It was about the last one, not this
Yeah.
one.
The cellar entrance to be removed, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because he agreed to it.
And, so- I'm sorry, I didn't get the guy.
I'll move it.
I will second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Now, hearing number 19,
Oh, boy.
this already has a basement entrance, but it's not before us.
And he's got a 3-piece in the bathroom.
And he's got a
basement.
3-piece
And the pitch and
bathroom.
the size were a problem last time, they reduced the size, but the pitch, they put the doggy dormers and it hides the density of the pitch.
Can we have him remove the bathroom in the basement, even though it's
There's a
not on the?
computer, a computer.
Not if it's not up for,
Clearly,
No, it's not
it's
on.
a bedroom. It has,
You're right.
it has an egress window out of the computer room, which it doesn't need by the code. It's clearly a bedroom.
These two,
Okay, so,
mother and son.
I think that's his aunt.
No,
It actually fits him up, it's just, does better, right?
What's our exposure on this if we voted down?
Well, the roof pitch, it's new construction, so it's clearly a self-created condition that they're
both proposed, yeah.
putting there.
Yeah, I don't like
They
it.
can build a second story with the proper roof pitch, that was one of the major problems with it last time, and it's the same issue that we get with all those houses. They put the roof pitch flat to get better ceiling height, and then these buildings look commercial in nature because they're flatter.
They're horrible.
And more square on the sides, and that's exactly
I
what
wanna
the
deny it.
problem is
I'm
with
gonna
the
deny
character of the community there.
I'll second Rita's motion to deny it.
Everybody in accordance with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's Rita and Rebecca to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The denials have it. Hearing number 20, appeal number 25-84. We have consent, this is nothing. I'll move this.
Second.
That's an easy
Rebecca,
one.
that's Rita and Rebecca. Hearing number 21, appeal number 25-95. We're gonna angle that 2 sections of fence by the driveway northeast corner. I'll move it.
Second.
Flo will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 22, appeal number 25-90.
That was
I'll move
fine.
it.
Kathy will move
I'll
it.
second it.
I think I heard Lois, so
No,
Lois
that
is
was,
gonna, well, she's closest to me, that's why I heard you.
Sorry.
All in
like,
favor, aye, any
I don't
opposed,
care.
ayes have it, so moved, I know. Hearing number 24, appeal number 25-91, I'll move this,
Second.
Okay.
and that's Flo. Second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 25-47.
I still can't believe that they're gonna, the town doesn't care that they don't have any parking.
Who doesn't have parking?
The baby, what do you call it, nurse?
Daycare?
If if you went up there and saw it.
Oh, there's plenty of parking.
I
No.
said if you went up there
There,
and saw it, you would
I,
notice.
there's so much parking. It's a the library, it's a railroad parking lot that nobody takes that train. I've been up there, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law used to live up there. We used to go to this little pub restaurant in there, and it's like a vacant lot. Nobody uses it, it's right there.
And you can bring them at all different times. They'll open, these places open like 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's not like school starts.
Some people don't drop off till 8:30, some.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah, it
a
doesn't
school
come,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
And that has,
Yeah, it's a
that's sort of
daycare.
flow in that
You
lot
come and
because
you come and
you can
pick
do a
up
circle
whatever
there.
your work schedule
It's a
is.
huge lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I looked
We used
around.
to do,
Yeah.
Narcan training or something at that library.
I mean, it's not like the Massapequa lot, which is filled by 7:30.
You trained to give a
But-
Narcan?
But this lot never has cars in it.
Rita knows, we did that train station.
Yes,
Did you ever
we
do it?
did.
Did you ever have to use it?
My brother refuses to do it. Just let him go.
One now, right? Yeah. We vote that, we didn't vote that.
We did not.
Okay,
The
hold over.
one we did not vote.
So I'm moving it.
I'll second it.
Lois the second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And I think that's it?
Reserve.
Ah,
So this is 24-385, along with 24-386. When this was heard, it wasn't so much that we had a problem with it, but Michael picked up at the time that the inside staircase, the way that the architect had it laid out, went to nothing. It was just drawn.
Like, whoops, he dropped off.
I don't know if it was like a split level, or however it was, to get to the other, I don't wanna use the word apartment, but the other unit, it's a parent-child.
And this go together, 3 and 4.
Yes, yep, 24-385, 24-386. To
Okay,
get
that's
to the
fine.
other unit, wasn't laid out right, so that's what's taken so long, is that they had to redraw the plans, the building department re-examined them, the plans are correct now, so it's laid out in.
so it's a parent-child,
Parent-child, and then
and here, they reduced, see, this is what I don't like with a parent-child. 3 parking spaces down to 1.
Right, so I'm not asking you, telling you how to vote, well, that wasn't, I'm just telling you why it was on reserve, and then whatever else, and I have the file here if you want to see.
Why can't they come up with another parking spot?
Layout.
I do, I'm sorry, Michael, I just,
Michael, it's in that
Can they
file.
do something like this, like
the
here's the
town,
driveway?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
what they don't want is they don't want them parking in front of the house, so.
Is that one of those
So this
situations
is
where
the
they just don't
driveway.
meet code,
I
but you
mean,
can park
the only
two
thing
out of
nobody
member?
would use it.
They probably converted the garage.
People
Yeah, and I don't
don't,
remember this
nobody
one in
will
terms of,
back, I mean, let's
driveway
face
where
it,
they're-
people are lazy.
What is the need?
Been on reserve, you're out, you can have this one.
I can't, yeah.
You can put on-
People are lazy, they're not
Yeah,
gonna,
well, I mean,
you know, if there's, even if there was a garage, nobody's gonna, a one-car garage.
Yeah, they're not gonna do tandem.
They're not gonna do tandem,
I know
nobody
that.
does tandem.
I just wanna see the front of the house, let's see. Patio at entry. See, this is this in the front of the house? What is
That's in the
this?
front, yeah, right next to the
So here you go.
driveways, yeah.
And this is the front door. They've got all these pavers and planters where they could have another parking spot.
Well, why don't we tell them to take that out and make it into a parking spot?
Cause it's probably existing.
Is there grade change
But
though?
still, if
And they can't even go here.
Is it a
I don't
retaining
think it
wall
is
or is it just planters?
I don't know, I can't tell.
Well, and also,
They can go here.
wouldn't you rather have a pretty patio and
It's all-
planters than a
it's all
parking
new.
spot?
Well,
That's
if
true.
you have a parent-child and you're supposed to, well, they're showing their off-street parking,
Why don't you have them
but
come
that's
in?
not theirs.
Can you look up the property on?
Look on the survey, Rita, see if it's a retaining wall.
Oh, you
or
wanna
if
see it
it's
on my
just
computer?
planters,
Yeah,
right?
can I
It does
see?
have a
We
retaining
can't
wall.
have them come in
Yeah,
and
it's
like a
a
retaining
planter.
because that's the law. We,
There's
that's-
driveway.
They've
We
got,
can have them,
they can
we
ask
can
for a
reject
variance
it,
to expand the
and
driveway
then they
closer
can
to the property.
apply again, but they'd have to go
See?
here. We just can't call them back in.
Edgewood?
We can reject
Yeah.
it and
I
then,
mean, it's like, you know, we're
The
legitimate
public hearing
questions.
was closed.
yeah,
It is.
yeah, the
Oh,
public.
they have to have another variance if they're gonna do
So
it.
the public hearing was closed.
Here you go.
So they could come back and reapply and start over.
Oh, so they didn't put all that stuff in.
And they have a driveway.
If we're looking for-
You can't have them come back
I
in,
don't know.
because then
Oh,
the
yeah,
neighbors
is it
wouldn't know
split?
that they're coming.
It's
Yeah, you
fine
can't just
with
call
Have a
it.
chance to speak. So that's why.
That one already, this already has the
Then the
parking.
public hearing.
This
I
has
know,
it.
so it's the
So
only
it's
thing
the
that
one
can be
next
is
to it.
written submission from that point on. So.
Oh, it
So what
does?
if you have questions?
Here's a rendering if you guys want to see.
Yes, that will help us,
I,
thank you.
if you had a question, I could go to them and they could submit the answer back in writing. You could keep it on reserve.
So like for him, for argument's sake, if we, we say, hey, can you remove the plant?
Sure.
Can you?
And I would call the architect tomorrow, and you would keep it on reserve.
So this isn't
So
done
really,
yet?
Yeah,
here's
this is
the
number 5.
answer.
Okay,
That's it.
all right, so they can come over here.
Drop, like, if you want to keep it on reserve, I'll call them and tell them.
Keep it on reserve, tell them to come up with another parking spot. I'm not voting on this. They're asking, when you ask for all of that and you can't provide parking,
On the other side of the street.
Not a lot to ask for.
No, it's not.
It's one of the ones that I had.
Well, especially looking at the house next door and how they have their driveway,
Yeah.
they can do the same thing.
Is that the only concern?
Yeah,
Okay.
other than that, I liked that.
2 people for the
Yeah.
parent child.
That's it.
That's
amazing,
gonna
though,
be
that
Flo and Brian's
That's the first time
birthday.
anyone's come up with that, because he said parapet walls also could go up to that height.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Right? So you
I've
could
never-
put
It's
parapet
interesting.
walls up to
Put it on
10 feet
reserve.
on top.
No, yeah, it's on reserve. It's still on reserve.
Staying on.
Right? That's so big, right?
Kind of zone.
Thank you very much.
Yes, enjoy that. Probably by the middle of next week.
Okay.
I go on Tuesday for blood test.